If you're ever hungry, just have like 5 cans of Pepsi Max a day. Not like those fuckers out in Aldi who are throwing them at you. Watch that. The breakfast of champions. Nah, that was just an appetizer. We're going for the usual. I just realised we're all out of forks, so I'm going to have to eat with a spoon. Death, taxes, and Sean Fitz to have bacon medallions and eggs for breakfast. Right, so the last time I did a food shop video, I forgot to bring a €2 or a €1 coin to fit into the trolley. I used the key because I saw somewhere on TikTok that the key can get the trolley to work. I'm going to have to try the same trick, and hopefully Duns have some sort of manoeuvre. It worked. Common Duns W. That's what you need. If you forget your €2 coin, I don't have coins on me anymore. What's this, 2010? But the back of the key works. I usually don't make a list, but I said for the sake of having Jamie here walking around after me, so he's not here for too long, I made a list of things that I need to get. Now I have stuff like at home, so don't need to get too much stuff, but just top up on the protein, the carb, the monsters. I've been drinking about fucking 3 of them a day. 2 for fucking $3.50. That's where you have to pay attention, right? Because you're getting microwave rice. Difference in the brand, 2 for $3.50, 1 for 65 cents, or 2 for $1.20. We have boil in the bag rice, so that's 500 grams, it's 250 grams. So you just go to the checkout. So the microwavable rice works out cheaper, but it's also more convenient. 500 grams of that is about $1.70. 500 grams of this is about $1.20. So not only can you get it made quicker, but it's actually cheaper as well. The more you know. I'd usually get turkey burgers here, but these are fucking $5.50 for 4, which is a bit of a rip-off, considering that you could probably get them for like €3 in Aldi. Gonna have to cross turkey burgers off the list this time. It's so fun vlogging in public in Ireland because like no one does it, it's such a novelty, and whenever someone sees someone going around with a camera, it's like, what the fuck is that fella doing? Jesus Christ, get me out of that. Oh yeah, dieting hack. If you're ever hungry, just have like 5 cans of Pepsi Max a day. It'll fill you right up. I don't know if this is true or not, right? But apparently crisp rice, the Duns home brand versus let's say the Kellogg's brand, apparently it's made in the same factory and it's the same stuff in it, but Duns rebranded that it's cheaper. I don't know if that's true or not. Someone dispel or prove me right. Now for the fun part, I'm going to test my skills here, see how productively I can pack, and I can't get any help from Jamie. Heavy stuff first. Eggs at the bottom, yeah? Put to the test. You're going nice and slow for me anyway. You're not like those fuckers out in Aldi who are throwing them at you. Things are starting to go a bit to shit here now. I have a great habit, and it is a good habit, and I'll pat myself on the back for it, but I'm always very conscious of asking for people's names when I'm talking to them. I think it's just nice when someone goes, oh geez, what's your own name? Shows that you're actually some level invested in the conversation. Fucking forgot my receipt. Could have got €40 off that shop, which would have brought it to under €100. Fucking dunce McGee here, forgot to bring them. Looks like I'll never go to Aldi or Lidl again because their keys don't work in the back of the trolley. Even if the shop in Duns cost me about €40 extra, it's worth it because I was able to use a trolley. That's the Duns shop over in Dunwich, about €136, including the Ultra Soft 9 pack of toilet roll, cling film, extension lead, and a few other little bits and bobs that's not included in the food shop. So broken up again is my protein sources on this side, my carb sources on this side. Go with the protein sources first and foremost. So Greek yogurt, very, very underrated. If you haven't jumped on that train, I suggest you do so. Peanut butter, on the other hand, is a very overrated protein source for the reason that it's not really that high quality protein. There's not a whole pile of it for the calories that you get. So let's say per 100 calories of peanut butter, there's just not a substantial amount of protein for it to be an efficient sort of protein source, but there is protein in it. Cheese, on the other hand, especially low-fat cheese, because of the lower calorie nature of it, is a pretty good protein source. So per like slice of cheese, there's like 5 grams of protein. So if you were to have it sandwiched with like 2 slices of light cheese, that could be like 10 grams of protein for like 120 calories. So it's not the worst in the world. Then we have low-fat, well, medium-fat beef mince. We have eggs, which are, as you know yourself by now, my staple breakfast source, along with bacon medallions And then I just picked up a treat, 2 ribeye steaks that I can absolutely and utterly cremate inside in the air fryer once more. So that's all the protein sources that I got. I still have like chicken and shit in the fridge, so I didn't need to pick up any more of that. Carb sources on the other hand, my typical ones tend to be bagels. Baby potatoes, really highly recommend if you're especially on lower calories, because it's going to keep you very, very full. And the calories within that, I think it's like per 100 grams of baby potatoes is like 75 calories. So you can get an awful lot of volume out of that. You already know the drill, the microwavable rice. Just rip that, stick it in the microwave for 2 minutes and it's done. And it actually works out to be cheaper than boiling the bag or basmati and jasmine rice inside and done. So not only is it more convenient, it's cheaper too. We have fruit, things that I can stick in Greek yogurt. So strawberries, grapes. I will get things like blueberries as well, but just couldn't be arsed this time. We just got Baps and panini breads or ciabatta breads, don't know what they're called, just to switch things up from the regular slim bagels. Well, not slim bagels, regular bagels, and then bread. Aside from that, got myself cookies, Jammy Dodgers, and Club Milk. So just as a treat for myself. I'm bulking, so I can afford to, well, I'm not really bulking. I haven't really put on any weight because my diet's all over the shop, but I can afford to have the extra calories. Not only is my maintenance of my metabolism high, but because I'm bulking, I have additional calories to work with if I'm aiming to be in a calorie surplus. So I just have room to maneuver when it comes to my calories. So to finish it off, got some orange juice because my fruit and veg intake is pretty low. So it's just a handy way of me getting 1 of my 5 a day. Milk, coffee, my Wadi, and a 24 pack of Pepsi Max. So that's pretty much the extent of it. Came out to be about 136 quid, but with excluding all the other stuff that's not part of the food shop, probably would say maybe about 110, 120 quid. Not great, but with Duns, you can get like vouchers. If you spend over X amount, they'll give you like tenner back per, I don't know what it is, per 50 euros that you spend. So maybe over the long term, it could work out to be a little bit cheaper. So that's food shop over and done with. Just gonna put all this away and then we're heading to Monster Pro for a pull session. All right, so we are here in the Munster Mecca, Monster Pro Fitness. Gonna hit up a pull session. First exercise is going to be this machine row. So it's actually one of my favorite machines, maybe slightly after the chest supported T-bar row, but a big fan of this. Tend to do it overhand, want to start off hitting the traps first. So we'll get right into it. Most back exercises that I do, I find that my forearm and my grip gets very sore, gets very fatigued quite quickly. As a result of that, I can start to give myself the impression that my back is fatigued when usually it's not. So what I will do is when I get to that point where it's starting to get uncomfortable, it's starting to get sore, but I know I've got more in the tank. Mentally, I just say, I have to do 10 more reps from this point. So I think that might be a good thing for you. If you feel as though you're getting fatigued, but you know intrinsically that you got more in the tank, set yourself an arbitrary number of reps that you need to complete beyond that point, and it'll just ensure that the intensity of your training is a little bit higher. I've never used something like this before, but the lighting's too good, so I'm gonna give it a go. Shout out Whack Vintage for the socks that I paid full whack for. I don't get shit for free. You keep building this wall. I was so far. You will be you at all. It's one of actually very few gyms that have this attachment but wider. So for me, that's like the perfect level of comfort. Otherwise, I would use something like that, but I find these are a little bit easier to hold on to or at least sustain your grip strength with. So common Monster Pro W.
We cannot think about.
Sometimes what I'll do if I feel I'm selling myself short on a set is I'll go, right, I feel I'm capable of more. I'm going to incrementally increase the weight, for example, by 1 block here, but I'm going to aim to output the same amount of rep, because at least that way, even if I'm not at 100%, I know that I'm working at a higher intensity than I was in the set before. Pure old school fucking exercise.
Tell me things I want to hear. Now we go to sleep, we wake to feel.
This is a machine that I haven't seen in any other gym in Limerick. Fucking very few gyms in Ireland, to be honest with you. So another W goes the way of Munster Pro. It's for your lats, it's a pullover machine. You'll see the likes of Arnold used to do it, Dorian Yates, big fan of it. You can definitely feel it as well. It's a very, very good machine. Feels very, very good on the lat. Like my lats are pumped as shit now. Not that they could be any more pumped. As big as a fan I am of resting plenty of minutes or seconds between sets, sometimes there's something to be said if you're highly motivated and you're flying through the session. Just because you don't rest as much as you could or as much as is efficient to perform the best in the next set, there's a lot to be said about the actual act of getting a pump. So if you're feeling as though your muscles are really, really pumped up, like they're working hard, there's some benefits in terms of muscle growth from that mechanism alone. So all is not lost. Never mind, I was trying to rear delt fly the entire fucking stack. Not that strong yet. For biceps. He has beaten me, fucker. Maybe next year. Enough of that. Fucking hurts. Great machine. Great machine.
Shape the ways. Shape the ways. Shape your time. Shape the ways.
Get me out of this place. I was gonna say shithole, but then I was like, it's actually a fucking fire gym. I've been to a lot of gyms. As far as bodybuilding gyms go, now Munster Pro is technically Clare, but like in terms of availability of equipment, atmosphere, and just generally being relatively quiet. Now I am running the risk of this place getting busy now that I've said it's generally quiet. At least during the day it is. But I would say if Munster Pro was in Limerick, it would easily be the best gym in Limerick from a bodybuilding perspective. Right, so that is the pull session over and done with. We were very, very efficient inside there because when it gets to 4 o'clock inside Munster Pro, all the fucking 15, 16-year-olds from St. Munchin's up the road start slowly descending upon the Munster Mecca, and then it gets very, very busy after like 5 or 6 o'clock. So we got in, got it done. Didn't rest too much between sets, so just wanted to have an efficient session. I was moving through it nicely, so I just got through each exercise as quickly as I possibly could have and got a great fucking pump as a result. But now it's time to head into Glen Casey Male Grooming here on Gerald Griffith Street. Get this mullet topped up and freshened up. So without further ado, let's go inside. Well, what's the crack? Is there an outline there on it? Asher, you know the story anyway. Yeah, leave the top. Yeah. My footwork now. Oh, if you're in Bali, I'll be the first one over. And then I'll stop off with Jamie in Thailand. The fucking friend twins. Sweet. How's she looking? It's just, man, like, you know, people who come back and say, I sent you a message there a few weeks ago. I'm like, bro. There's so many just terrible shops in Limerick. Like, what is that? The rubber bandits with fucking spare plastic bags over their face in the window. We've got a hair salon, which is Like, I appreciate anyone who sets up their own bricks and mortars business, like, but could you think of a better name than Headmasters? Headmasters, it sounds like you're going to the fucking principal's office. All right, so here we have meal number 2 of the day. So when I came back, I had 1.5 cookies from Dunn's earlier as an appetizer. My air fryer skills are getting much better. So here we have an air fried steak. I haven't done the cut test. I prefer my steaks medium rare. Unsure how this one came out, but I think it should be slightly more rare than the last one that I had. Okay, tiny bit of pink, still a little bit too medium for my liking, but it's progress. So the first one I did, I cremated it. The second one was well done, and this is my 3rd attempt at the air fryer steak. Little hints of pink, so probably the next one is going to be on the money. I actually thought it was baby potatoes that I bought today, but they're a little bit bigger. But I cut them into chips, cut them into slices rather, throw them in the air fryer, and they come out like really, really crispy sort of potato slices topped off with red onions. So that's pretty much it. I might end the video here because I don't think there's going to be anything else that I'm going to be talking about or anything exciting that I'm going to be doing. So the biggest thing, I always end this video saying, oh, like the video, subscribe, and you should be doing that already. But a big thing that I need from you is a massive favor, and I don't ask for many favors, but it would be to turn on your post notifications so that you never miss a new video from me. So all you have to do, hit the bell beside my handle here underneath the video, and you're going to get notified every time that I upload a video 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays. I'm doing my best to stick to that as consistently as possible. And yeah, I'm looking forward to having you along for the ride. Take care.